The storm has brought sustained winds of higher than 180 miles per hour over the island nations. Just within the last hour, though, Dorian has dropped back to a Category 4 hurricane. Meteorologist Beverly Perry has more now on this storm and how it could impact the southeast. Beverly, what do we know about when this storm could hit Florida?
Yes, absolutely. Now, the National Hurricane Center has downgraded it to a Category 4 hurricane. This is still a devastating hurricane. It is still a catastrophic hurricane. Simple reason being it is still very slowly moving across Grand Bahama at a slow 1 mile per hour. Taking a look at our radar here, we're seeing it churning across portions of Grand Bahama. You can see the eye very well defined. It's already starting to see some choppy currents across the Florida coastline as well. So right here's the latest. Going west northwest, it is starting that turn. That is a crucial turning point for this system. But unfortunately, it's only going 1 mile per hour, extremely slow, a very slow snail pace. It is going to continue to turn as a Category 4 into Tuesday morning, being very, very close to the Florida coastline. Notice any slight deviation in its tracking, especially to the left, or shall I say to the west, could mean a landfall in Florida. So this is why we're keeping close tabs on it. Going to be a Category 3, still a major hurricane by midweek, taking that turn even more as it skirts along the coastlines of the Carolinas as a Category 2 as we progress later in the work week. They have expanded the hurricane warnings along the Florida coastline. It does now include just off to the east of Orlando, Jacksonville, and portions of Georgia. That coastline right there now in a hurricane watch. So those have been expanded. We've been talking about those hurricane force winds. That's the red still battering the northern Bahama Islands. Notice what happens as we progress into Tuesday. They're going to see tropical force winds. This is for the southeast portions of Florida along that coastline, including West Palm Beach. Just notice how close it is to the hurricane force winds. This is going to create some storm surges, some flooding, inland flooding, and it's a major hurricane that is heading our way towards the Florida southeast side.